Hey, welcome back to Dukes on Switch. We are playing BUG Zenith in Legacy. On the play in game 1, which is really nice. And this hand looks fine. We can Zenith turn 1 for Dryad Arbor, which is really nice. We can get all our basics as well, so we can get basic swamp and basic forest for Ice-Fang Coatl, and then we have Force of Negation and Ice-Fang if we need it, so I really like this. Playing against Will O'Neill. So good luck to my opponent. I think because of the amount of mana we have, I'm pretty happy just to Green Sun straight away off the trop. If we get Wasteland, I'm not too unhappy, and this means we can have multiple sources of blue on turn 2 if needed. This deck's been really fun to play. I think it's got a lot of sort of different angles of attack. And once you get to the mid game, there's a lot of different things you can be doing as well. This is going to be interesting. Land grant. Okay, this looks like Belcher. So luckily we do have the Force of Negation, which is really nice. Just have to make sure our opponent doesn't go for something like an Empty the Warrens. Chrome Mox is going to be fine. Puts him down a card. If this is Seething Song, I think I'm pretty happy to counter that. Land Grant. Okay. Belcher. Pretty great card to hit, especially if their last card is Lion's Eye Diamond. Pretty lucky there. So now we get to play the Misty. Go for a basic forest. Play Courser and pass back. Green Suns on top is pretty nice as well. Looking at the deck list. We are playing Goyf. So actually, one thing I did do... Oof, interesting. Seething Song, okay. Belcher, one left over. Wow, okay. So now we really need to find an answer to this Belcher. And we're going to have to draw Green Suns here. What can we get? Well, we have to fetch here. Leovold sadly doesn't do it. If we get something like Collector Ouphe in the deck, that'd be nice. But unfortunately, it's in the sideboard. We don't have anything like Wisali Pride Mage or Knight of Autumn. I guess Oko would have been a great draw because we could turn the Belcher into a 3/3, but it looks like this might just be game. I guess we could Green Suns for Ice-Fang Coatl and see what we draw into, but I don't believe there's an out here. We've played a lane for turn, so we can't even do something like draw into Green Suns for Ice-Fang Coatl and draw into Bounce Effect by Brazen Borrower. I guess we can't even draw into Abrupt Decay, unfortunately. Just really want to make sure that we have no outs here, and I believe there aren't any. Cool. So unfortunately, we had the first hit, but not the second. So Belcher's pretty interesting. Collector Ouphe is great. Flusterstorms are great. Leyline's interesting. They're most likely on Echo of Eons, which gets turned off by Leyline, but Collector Ouphe hitting LED kind of also turns it off. Pithing Needle is great. Vendilion Clique, I think, is okay. I think we can probably drop on Abrupt Decays. Courser's a little bit slow for this matchup. Questing Beast is interesting, but I think Questing Beast is probably not where I want to be. Jace Fate Seal is really important. I still like the Ice-Fangs because they pitch to force and they also replace themselves pretty easily. Uro might not be where we want to be either. I think this is it. We are on 61, unfortunately, but that is okay. We'll see how this plays out. So this is a pretty slow hand. The Borrower can bounce something like the Belcher if they try to go for Belcher and then pass, but I probably want to have some sort of disruption in my opening hand, like Force of Will or Force of Negation, or even Flusterstorm. Plague Engineer is nice because we can't search for it with Green Suns, so having it in the opening hand is nice to answer and empty the Warrens, but I'm going to mulligan this. This isn't that great either, but at least we have a turn 1 Brainstorm opened on this Misty, so I'm going to keep this in bottom of the Dryad Arbor. I'm just thinking if I actually want the Dryad Arbor to make sure we hit a second drop, but I think that's okay just dropping this. Rite of Flame's going to be fine. I'm gonna fetch here because we are gonna Brainstorm at some point, so I might as well Brainstorm now to actually see if we can go off. I'm gonna go for a Trop because if we draw into Green Suns, I want to be able to Green Suns for that Dryad Arbor. Of course. Also means we can cast Noble Hierarch, which is nice, so we'll go top. Unfortunately, it looks like my opponent just has it here. And they do. So, unfortunate for us, but that is sometimes just how Belcher plays out. We'll see you for round 2.